Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into Avidia Bancorp's latest report, and it seems like they're celebrating some pretty sweet 3 and 6 month results, but let's see if the numbers really tell the whole story. Before we jump in, make sure you're subscribed for more decoded corporate insights and join our Discord community, linked in the description below to keep the conversation going. Alright, let's cut straight to the chase. Avidia Bancorp, the folks behind Avidia Bank, have dropped their current report, and the main event here is all about their financial results for the periods ending June 30th of 2025. They've put out a press release, and that's the star of this filing. So what are we looking at here? It's important to remember Avidia Bancorp is the company that oversees Avidia Bank. They're based in Massachusetts and are registered in Maryland. It's pretty standard stuff for a publicly traded company. Their main ticket on the stock market is their common stock, which trades under the symbol AVEBC on the New York Stock Exchange. This is the piece of the pie that investors can buy and sell. Now, here's a little detail that might give us some insight into their growth stage. Avidia Bancorp is checking the box as an emerging growth company. This can mean a few things, like potentially less stringent reporting requirements for a while, which is common for newer or smaller public companies. It often signals a company that's still growing and perhaps hasn't fully scaled its operations to match larger, more established players in the banking sector. The core of this report is really in this section, item 2.02, focusing on their operations and financial health. They're announcing results for the 3 and 6 months that ended on June 30, 2025. The big news, as stated in the filing, is the issuance of a press release on August 1, 2025, detailing these unaudited consolidated financial results for what used to be their holding company, Avidia Bancorp. The actual juicy financial details are inside that press release, which is conveniently attached as Exhibit 99.1. Think of this 8K filing as the official notification that the results are out and where to find them. It's like getting the table of contents for the real financial meal. As for the specific numbers from that press release, this particular 8K doesn't actually embed the financial tables directly. It's more of a pointer to the press release itself, which contains those statements. However, based on typical bank financial reports for quarterly periods, we'd usually look for key metrics like net interest income and earnings per share. For a bank like Avidia, which is focused on community banking, you'd expect to see how their lending activities are performing, how much they're earning on loans compared to what they pay on deposits, and how well they're managing their operational costs. The fact that they're positioning these as unaudited consolidated financial results means these are the preliminary numbers before a full audit, which is standard practice for quarterly releases. Now, looking at Avidia Bancorp overall, community banks typically thrive on strong local relationships and a good handle on their loan portfolios. Their success often hinges on their ability to attract deposits and lend them out profitably while keeping a watchful eye on credit risk. As an emerging growth company, they might be in a phase of expanding their reach, possibly through new branches, new loan products, or even technology investments to compete with larger banks. If this press release, and by extension this filing, shows solid growth in their loan book without a corresponding spike in bad loans, that's a strong positive sign. Similarly, if their net interest margin, which is the difference between interest income and interest expense, is holding steady or improving, it suggests they're managing their funding costs and lending rates effectively. However, if we saw a dip in net interest income or a rise in non-performing loans, that would signal potential headwinds, perhaps due to a tougher economic environment or increased competition. Based on this filing, without the detailed financials immediately visible here, it's hard to give a precise thumbs up or down on their specific performance. But the act of releasing these positive results and doing so in a timely manner is a good sign for transparency. The key will be what that press release reveals about their asset quality, their profitability trends, and their overall strategic positioning in the current banking landscape. Are they growing aggressively, or are they focusing on prudent, steady expansion? That's the story we'd want to uncover from the actual financial tables. Alright, that's our initial decode of this Avidia Bancorp filing. What are your initial thoughts on companies announcing good news via press release in an 8K? Do you think they're hitting it out of the park or just putting on a good show? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, give us a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the corporate world. And remember, check out our Discord in the description to join the conversation. Thanks for watching.